Hello and welcome to the second episode of Gallo on the Road. We are frequently asked to recommend a light to match our droplet pendant speakers to the point where it became obvious that we should really just manufacture our own. So, over the last few months, in collaboration with world-class lighting designer Stoane Lighting, we've done just that.
Hi, my name's Dave. I run Stoane Lighting, design and manufacture light fittings of all shapes and sizes for all kinds of industries. We've been going for about 20-25 years. We manufacture nearly everything in-house. We have in-house design capabilities. We do our own designs speculatively. We also respond to bespoke requests. It can be tiny little objects to really large chandeliers. Indoors, outdoors, boats, sculptures, you name it. The Gallo project was an interesting one, not dissimilar from other challenges we've had whereby there's a sort of existing item we've got to accommodate or work with. It was an interesting form. Even the simplest of things, it's a sphere, at first glance, but actually once you start to look at it, there's more to it than that. So it was an interesting development task from that point of view. I guess it also highlighted the two different mediums we're working with. You work with sound waves, we work with light waves.
Last year we were approached by Gallo about putting a light into their existing speakers. This gave us some challenges. Primarily, speakers and lights work in different ways with light, and the big challenge with light is getting the heat out of the LED. With traditional lamps, your heat comes out the front, you dissipate heat that way. With LEDs, it comes out the back. So if you ever wonder why there are holes around the top of the fitting, it's literally just to let the heat be released from the ball. In design principles, we tried to keep it as close to the speaker as possible, so they were assembled in very similar ways. We have, when you go to the bigger one, there's spacers at the top in the same way as the speaker is, so it can be adapted for both. The design, the radius around the front, again, was initially based on the radius you would get with the normal speaker. We wanted to keep it as similar as possible, to keep it as clean as possible, so both were as similar as they could be. In terms of CRI, which is the quality of light you would get out of it, we wanted to keep it as high as possible. We're used to lighting things like paintings and galleries, where you have to be very, very high, up at 95. We tuned it down a little bit to be 90 CRI, which is still very, very high. So this has gone through a few different iterations and just trying to get that curvature right and matching it to the speakers. I started by trying to match it to the ball, then realised the speaker had a slightly different curvature, then came back, looked again. It's been through 3 or 4 different iterations just to get something that visually feels right. As best we can, we use recycled aluminium. The mill that we use to give us our aluminium for this extrusion uses 90% recycled aluminium. At the end of its life, should this be recycled, we will return it to the mill. It'll again be recycled and used again. Ultimately, with the LED light source, you're looking at the size of the LES, which is the size of the little chip here. The smaller it is, the tighter the beam you can get. Again, you're looking at light quality, so you want to have a high CRI or a colour rendering, so whatever you're lighting looks natural, looks good. I think we have something that looks in line with the speaker product. It's what I set out to do, and I'm really quite happy with it. First time I looked at it, I thought, this is nice, this is beautiful, I like this. And I kind of wanted one.
So one of the best and most exciting parts of our showroom in Inverness is our home cinema system here.
You know, when you're choosing a really nice audio or audio-visual system, it's got to fit in with the environment.